Good morning, trading world. It is November 22nd, 2022. And this is my pre-market outlook and technical analysis for day trading the markets. Good morning, traders. This is the last full trading day of the week, and whatever you are seeing in the charts right now, I wouldn't trust those metrics. The volume average is low, which is prime for an algo takeover. The thesis is bearish today, but when we look at the setup, it's more bullish on the 4-hour time frame and setup than I use. Let's take a closer look at that. Let me go to the 4-hour chart and let's get some drawing. All right. Now that I got the 4-hour chart up, one thing that you can see right here, the moving average on the 4-hour, we're above. That's kind of a bullish sign. Right here on the MACD, we're still above the 0 line. That in itself is also a bullish sign. As you can see, we have some green peeking out right here on the histogram bars. That also is a bullish sign. On the RSI, we are above the 50 level. And that 50 level to me is that kind of, I don't know, we're undecided. So we're above that level. And as long as we stay above that level, that also can be interpreted as a bullish sign. So I'm looking at 3 bullish signs, well, 4 bullish signs as I, run the 4-hour through the wash of the setup that I use. So also remember what I said coming into the week. I don't really want to make a significant move or position this week unless we get above the 403 to the 407 area to short, or below the 390 to 387 for a short-term long. And that short-term long would be just till the end of this week. So regardless of what happens, if it is not to those extremes, I will look to get day done on futures so I can be in and out today and get out from in front of my computer as fast as I can. It is well known that I am hunting shorts right now, and it makes no sense for me to sit in front of the computer all day when the trading environment is set up to screw shorts. So I will just remove myself from the environment. I like trading futures. That's where I started. And it's fast, in and out, get today done, move on. With this, let's get to the key levels of the day. Before I move on to the key levels of the day, there's one other thing that I want to point out that says it's a very dangerous time right now. A lot of people look past some of these very subtle signs. But for me, right here you have the Bollinger Bands. And whenever you get the Bollinger Bands tightening up like this on both sides, you need to break, you need to get ready to get out the way, because there is a breakout coming. There may not be a lot of evidence as to which side, but although I just pointed out 4 things that kind of tell you that we may see a bullish breakout. But I like looking at the Bollinger Bands, and little subtle things of the slopes of the lines give me a lot of information. And right now, those Bollinger Bands compressing the way they are is telling me a lot. We have a lot of energy built up, and there's a breakout coming. There's another indicator that shows this same thing in a little difference. Is the Bollinger Band. Let me look for it here real quick. Going into studies, edit studies, Bollinger bandwidth, I think it is. Yeah, this is it. The Bollinger bandwidth is really good for showing you those breakouts. It doesn't appear so on the 4-hour right now, but I guarantee you if you go down any other time frame, 30-minute, hourly, this line right here, these dashed lines, they compress. And the more they compress, they don't go very, very long on the 4-hour that way, but on the smaller time frames, they can kind of stack up a day or 2 or 3 as they compress. But it just tells you that a lot of energy has built in. We've consolidated to a point to where things are very tightly wound, so expect that breakout. And I'm going to go to the hourly just to show you how tightly wound things are. And this is a great view of how tightly wound everything is. Because as you can see right here, before we got the breakout, we had just tightened up and compressed. And bam, that's a great view of what's about to happen on the when I speak of a breakout. I'm not wanting to kind of step in front of this or even ride the train of this, because I'm pointing out that this is possibly a breakout to the upside, even though excuse me, all the signals are pointing that way to an upside break. I'm just not sold on how far or how fast it will be. So for this, I'd rather just kind of stand aside, let whatever's happen, and then for me, come back and hunt shorts once it happens. So now let's go to the key levels to watch for today. And here we are back with the key levels of the day. Starting on the resistance side, we have our jack resistance at the 396 to the 397 area. We have our queen resistance 398 to the 399 area. And then king resistance 400 to the 404 area. On the support side, we have our jack support at 395 to the 394 area. Queen support 393 to the 392 area, and then king support 391 all the way down to the 388 area. The main thesis for today is bearish, closing below the 394.59 with a projected target low of between 394 and 388. Alternate thesis is bullish, closing above the 394.59 with a projected target high of between 395 and 403. The current major channel we are in is 379 all the way up to 397. Watch that 397. That will hold a lot of weight if we can get up there, because we may bounce off of it a time or two, but when it breaks, we're going to shoot off like a rocket if it does break. The major channel above 397 is going to be the 397 up to 416. Now, we do have harmony between the technical side, which is bearish, and the quant side, which is bearish. But there are a couple things that make me not want to kind of pay too much attention to that today. Like I said, I don't trust that at all today. But there was an enormous wick candle right after the close yesterday that may have kind of thrown things off on the quant side. And I just showed you the Bollinger Bands begin to tighten. So all of that tells me that a breakout appears to be on the way. But will it last long enough to call it a breakout up? And what I mean by that, we could have this enormous run up on low volume this week, and then a crater or fall back to earth next week. So I am looking for this breakout up, but this is only because I am hunting shorts. Excuse me. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in front of the computer. I have alerts set, so if that does happen, I will be looking to take advantage of it. And again, this is not a blind short because I want to see how certain indicators look once we approach those levels. So this is it for the pre-market outlook. In an effort to get this out on time, I'm not going to do scenarios today. Excuse me. But as always, the most important job as a trader is to protect the capital that you already have, and we do this by knowing and understanding the risks that we take in each position, and we manage those risks in accordance to our account size. Wishing you a positive trading day. Or in my case, let's stay out the way, not do too much trading, and make it a great day.